lover, but I had to kill her. I used to love her, ooh, yeah, but I had to kill her. I had to put her 6 feet under, and I can still hear her complain.
Right, we had I Killed Sally's Lover by the Avett Brothers. Our last song was I Used to Love Her, but I Had to Kill Her by 30 Decibel. 30 Decibel is Jeff Austin's band with Brendan Bayless from Humphreys McGee. Jeff Austin is formerly from Yonder Mountain String Band. He announced earlier this week that he would be leaving the band in order to pursue his solo project. As a diehard Yonder fan, I was deeply saddened by this news. I had been seeing Yonder since 2006. That was the first Yonder show I ever saw in Champaign, Illinois. It was during the middle of the week, not very crowded show. It was the only time I've ever been in the Canopy Club where they've had tables out on the actual dance floor. And Yonder still killed it. Awesome show. I was hooked ever since. Probably seen them more than 20 times. The only band I've seen more than Yonder is probably Humphreys. So,
where's the favorite place you've ever seen Yonder Mountain at?
Best show, thanks Fred for that. The best show I ever saw Yonder was at All Good Music Festival in Thornville, Ohio in 2012. They played a killer set. They opened for the Flaming Lips. The Flaming Lips were the headliner that night, and Yonder just killed the show. It was so awesome. I never danced more at a show in my life. So much fun.
I just have to say, I was at a concert. I think I was at an All Good concert before, but this was like, a little ways back, But I had a brownie from a friend of mine, and he gave me Flaming Lips. I don't know what he put in that thing, but man, don't ever buy from a guy named Crazy Jake, and he only has 3 eyes, man. It's crazy.
Gotta be careful for those 3-eyed guys. Okay, well, you know what? Back to Yonder. I think that as long as those guys continue to keep making great tunes, everything's gonna be right with the world. But Yonder's gonna definitely miss Jeff's aggressive play and just the weirdness he brings to the group. And Jeff's gonna miss the chemistry he had with Yonder and the friendship he had with them, because those guys had been through so much, and just awesome group.
And it's all about friendship, man.
All about friendship. You're my friend, Fred.
Oh, you're my friend too, so I don't have many, except for that dog that keeps following me home. It probably is the bacon I was keeping in my back pocket from Denny's the other day. I couldn't finish it all, but it was only bacon, so it's like, why take a box for bacon? I can just put it in my back pocket.
Right. What is your favorite thing to get at Denny's, Fred?
Oh, man, probably diarrhea, because it happens every time.
Oh, you've always got a funny answer, Fred. You got an answer for everything, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, I think I see somebody coming up here. It looks like that goofy man Carl. I didn't recognize him last time, you remember?
All right, it's time for Weather with Carl. Welcome,
Hey,
Carl.
come in and have a seat.
Come
Yeah, he's coming in here.
Take a seat, bud.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome, Carl. What's the weather like today?
I just got from outside and a lot of snow on the ground, a little bit of rain.
Snow in April? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, but at least I had potted meat and mustard to make my morning better.
Nothing that potted meat can't cure, I'm sure.
But all these indoor days are making me a little crazy.
Is this cold weather normal for this time of year?
Well, you know what they say about North Dakota weather. If you don't like it one minute, you won't like it the next either, so you should probably leave.
Well, thanks for that weather update, Carl, and thanks for joining us today in the studio.
Anytime. I like being here.
Our next song is Pretty Daughter by Danny Barnes, performed by Yonder Mountain String Band from Thornville, Ohio in 2012, All Good Music Festival.
I taught her about farming in school, she learned the rest. Pretty daughter, don't you love me, or I'll be left alone. There's no one in the holler I can't call my own. I know someday a man will come and take you far away, but every morning since you were born, I pray it ain't today. Pretty daughter, pretty daughter, pick 'em up. In the woods with a boy from town, I took a pickaxe to him, I laid him right on down. The sheriff's man came looking round noon the next day. Round 6 o'clock they locked the box, throw the keys away. Pretty daughter, don't you love me, or I'll be left alone. There's no one in the holler I can't call my own. I know someday a man will come and take you far away, but every morning since you were born, I pray it ain't today. Pretty daughter, pretty daughter, that's right. With a boy from town, I took the pickaxe to him, I laid him right on down. The sheriff's man came looking round noon the next day. Round 6 o'clock they locked the locks, throw the keys away. Pretty daughter, don't you love me, or I'll be left alone. There's no one in the harbor I can't call my own. I know someday a man will come and take you far away, but every morning since you were born, I pray it ain't today. Pretty daughter, pretty daughter, yeah. I had a pretty daughter, we lived all alone. We worked the fields together, we made ourselves a home. I sent her off to school while I rested in the shade, and supper on the table, and I'll bet already. Taught her how to dress. I taught her about farming. In school she learned the rest. Pretty daughter, don't you love me, or I'll be left alone. There's no one in the holler I can't call my own. I know someday a man will come and take you far away, but every morning since you were born, I pray it ain't today. Pretty daughter, pretty daughter, unleash him.
Alright, that was Pretty Daughter, performed by Yonder Mountain String Band. Probably my most favorite concert moment. That I was reading an article earlier this week about all these famous artists, their favorite concert moments, and that would be my most favorite live concert moment. Yonder Mountain String Band 2012 from All Good Music Festival in Thornville, Ohio. How about you, Fred? What's your favorite live concert moment?
Oh man, it was probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. So there was like 1,000 of us, and we went to this show at Stonehenge, and we stood in the middle, and these guys just rocked out, and no one really knew about it, and then all this crazy stuff started happening. It was insane. It was insane.
That sounds insane, Fred.
don't-
What was the band that played the show? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure it was Pink Floyd.
Oh man, Floyd. A lot of the people in the article I read, Floyd was their most favorite show. Warren Haynes said Floyd was his best show he's ever been to. So you're in good company, my friend.
You know what was even crazier after that, though? It was the next day that when I woke up, I was back in my house in Denver, and all my mattresses were stacked up around the room.
Like Stonehenge? Wow, your stories get crazier and crazier, man. You can have a live concert in your bedroom, and it'll be the best time of your life, huh?
I don't know if my bedroom's that big, man. It's got like a dresser, and like a bed, and some clothes.
You know, that's the bare necessities, my friend.
Yeah, and I have some shoes and a harmonica too. That's about all I need.
Shoes for your feet and a harp for your mouth. That's all you need.
Yeah, man, just like Tom Petty did. Just
Yeah.
like Mr. Petty.
Bob Dylan did it too, man.
Oh, Bobby Dylan.
Your
You know
hero.
I love Bobby
Takes us
Dylan.
back full circle, back to Hurricane, the song that inspired our theme today of murder.
You know, I actually lived through a hurricane one time. It was crazy. This was real. It was back in the early 90s down on the coast of the Carolinas. They're pretty cool
Do you
down
remember
there.
the name of that hurricane?
It's Hurricane Hugo.
Hurricane Hugo.
Yeah, there was pine needles everywhere, man. It was crazy.
Sounds crazy. Well, we thank our viewers for listening to us, or listeners for listening to us.
Yeah,
today.
I don't think they can view. What kind of stuff are you on, Soul?
Looking out at the road rushing under my wheel. Looking back Thank you.